Hello, welcome to our devotional study in the book of Proverbs. We've had a few disruptions here lately, but I hope we can get back on track, God willing. We're in chapter 6, about to begin a new chapter, and we find the teacher, as speaking the words of God, uh, turning to counsel for adult children, if you will, really beginning to speak to his grown up children. And this theme is going to run through the end of the parental guidance section, which is chapters 1 through 9 of Proverbs. The first 19 verses of chapter 6 kind of divide into three areas. Now, I'm not going to put a real fine line on them. You can figure those out as you go along. Commerce, if you will, or finance, self-discipline, and living in community. And each one of these is going to be based on a negative example used to teach a positive application of God's wisdom. So negative examples being used to teach positive application of the wisdom of God. So we're going to start again in the first 5 verses of chapter 6. I want to read those together with you. Again, I'm reading from the New American Standard Translation. My son, if you become a guarantor for your neighbor, or have given a handshake for a stranger, if you have been ensnared by the words of your mouth, or caught by the words of your mouth, then do this, my son, and save yourself. Since you have come into the hand of your neighbor, go, humble yourself, and be urgent with your neighbor to free yourself. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Save yourself like a gazelle from the hunter's hand, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. You might say, well, that's a little bit hard to bring into the 21st century, isn't it? No, it really isn't too hard at all. Let's suppose that an old classmate or a distant cousin or a neighbor has just gotten home and said, I have got an investment opportunity for you. I have got a once in a lifetime opportunity. Or, I just need a little bit of help here. I need a new truck, and last year was a little rocky, so I just need your help. Just briefly, I need you to co-sign for a loan, or I need you to invest in my startup here, and it's going to take off. We're going to go to the moon and back again. Well, this is really wisdom for those of us who have fallen into that kind of a trap. So, what you need to do here is you understand first that we are stewards of the blessings of God. And whatever God has blessed us with, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and in this particular application, financially, it is a stewardship to bless as we've been blessed. And if we foolishly consign it away into a high-risk gamble, if you will, of a loan or something like that, then we're not able to pass on blessing, because we have been bound in by our own doing into a contract that obligates us into somebody else's maybe disaster. So wisdom here is first, avoid the situation. Avoid the situation. Have your eyes open. Walk in the wisdom of God. Assess what's being brought to you, and explain the problems if you see them, and explain why you cannot in all good conscience commit the graciousness and the gifts of God to the situation, because it wouldn't be good stewardship of what God's given us. So first avoid, or else and we're all human. Well, one of these days we're going to hear a story that's just too good to resist. It's also too good to be true, but it's too good to resist, and so we fall into this situation. So then we are to work diligently to extract ourselves. Save yourself. Go to your neighbor, the one that you pledged to, who owns you now, and do what you need to do legally, morally, ethically, yes. But do what you need to do to extract yourself from that situation. Only then are we once again free to be the blessing to others God intends us to be. And just for an example, and it is not perfect, but Ephesians 2:10, you can look that up. God's intention for us as believers, how we're supposed to live, how we're supposed to be. Well, often running in a new chapter here, chapter 6, God bless your day. and hope to join you again soon in our Proverbs devotional study. Have a blessed and great day.